Days of Our Lives goings and comings gears up for a riveting Christmas season filled with surprise returns and dramatic twists. Fans of the beloved soap opera will rejoice as major characters make shocking comebacks that promise to ignite the holiday festivities with a mix of heartwarming reunions, intense family drama, and high-stakes scheming. The first exciting return centers on Eli Grant and Lonnie Price Grant, who come back to Salem just in time for Christmas. Their arrival sets the stage for touching family moments, especially against the backdrop of the Dr. Tom Horton Free Clinic's annual gala and heartwarming gatherings at the iconic Horton House. Eli and Lonnie quickly become aware of the simmering tension between Paulina Price and Abe Carver, particularly over their son Theo's contentious role as CEO of DiMera Enterprises. This conflict propels the couple to orchestrate a romantic intervention that could be in the form of an unexpected date or sincere words of encouragement during the twins' Christmas birthday celebration. The storyline unfolds with a rewarding family reconciliation, further deepened by the introduction of Chanel and Johnny's adopted son Trey, adding a layer of new familial bonds. However, the joy is tempered by a medical scare involving Paulina's health, which serves as a catalyst for bringing the family closer during the holidays. Anticipation is also building for the highly anticipated return of Peter Blake, portrayed by Dan Gauthier, who makes his comeback on December 19th. Peter, known as Kristen Dimra's troubled brother and Stefano's adopted son, returns with a dark and tumultuous agenda that threatens to upset the DiMera household's fragile peace during the festive season. After a mysterious incident landing him in the hospital, Kristen's desperate plea for forgiveness hints at Peter's involvement in recent kidnappings affecting key characters like Chad, who is now being rescued just in time for Christmas. Peter's vendetta escalates as he plots revenge against EJ, Chad, and Tony, potentially involving corporate power struggles, such as manipulating board votes or forging alliances with Kristen to seize control of DiMera Enterprises. The dramatic climax is expected to explode at the Horton family's holiday party, promising viewers a night of intense confrontations and power plays. The third major return is perhaps the most explosive, bringing Sammy Brady back to Salem just in time for the Christmas season. Sammy's arrival is marked by interactions with several Horton family members, including Jack, Jennifer, Lucas, and Mike, as they partake in Julie's cherished tradition of hanging ornaments. Sammy's presence immediately disrupts the festive atmosphere, complicating Eli and Lonnie's reunion and adding fuel to the fire of Peter Blake's chaotic subplot. She confronts EJ about secrets surrounding the DiMera family and revives her long-standing feud with Kristen, all while trying to mediate the escalating tension between Paulina and Abe with her signature meddling. This web of conflict culminates in a dramatic holiday showdown where Sammy uncovers Peter's kidnapping scheme, forcing an uneasy alliance between the two and setting the stage for a vengeful storyline brewing for 2026. This upcoming holiday season on Days of Our Lives is set to blend heartfelt family reunions with the signature soap opera drama fans expect, including medical crises, romantic interventions, and power struggles within one of Salem's most notorious families. Viewers can look forward to witnessing the emotional transformations and shifting alliances that will unfold as these characters' paths collide, highlighting themes of loyalty, redemption, and the unbreakable bonds of family during the most magical time of the year. The intertwining of past secrets and new beginnings ensures that Christmas in Salem will be memorable, dramatic, and full of surprises. The anticipation for these returns underscores why Days of Our Lives has remained a staple in daytime television, continuously reinventing its storylines while honoring the deep connections fans have with its characters. This festive season melds nostalgia with fresh narratives, promising one of the most captivating holiday arcs in the soap's celebrated history. Next, Salem on Wednesday, December 3, 2025, a day loaded with tension, misunderstandings, and emotional breaking points for several beloved characters on Days of Our Lives. This retelling expands the original storyline with deeper layers, fresh descriptions, invented emotional beats, and richer interactions, all while staying loyal to the central plot. Tate learns the truth and is forced into silence. The morning in Salem begins with a heavy conversation between Brady Black and his son Tate, a conversation that quietly shifts the balance of honesty in their household. Brady, weary from the constant emotional strain surrounding Rachel's deteriorating condition, finally lays out the full truth to Tate. Rachel's mental health has spiraled dangerously, and she is now under specialized care. The explanation is long and painful, and Tate listens in stunned silence. His heart aches for his sister, but he also feels anger that he is only now being trusted with the truth. Before Tate can even react fully, Brady drops a bomb. He must keep everything secret. Not just from friends, not from school, but even from Holly. Tate's face tightens. Holly has always demanded transparency from him, sometimes to a frustrating degree. Keeping a secret this serious from her feels like a betrayal. Yet Brady insists, knowing how fast rumors travel in Salem. More secrets, he warns, will soon rise to the surface. Secrets Tate needs to be ready for. Tate nods reluctantly, but inside, he feels more trapped than ever. Ari and Holly collide. Sparks fly in the town square. Across town, Holly Jonas walks briskly into Horton Town Square, her anxiety at full volume. Every thought, every sentence, every breath revolves around Tate. What he said, what he didn't say, why he hasn't been texting. Her worrying churns into irritation, and by the time she bumps into Ari Horton, she is a storm ready to explode. Ari listens for about 30 seconds before she bursts. "Holly, not everything is about you." The words hit Holly like a slap. Ari crosses her arms and continues, pointing out that Tate has his own struggles, his own family crises, and his own world that doesn't revolve around Holly's insecurities. Holly tries to defend herself, but Ari is unmoved. She knows Holly well enough to recognize when she's spiraling, and right now, Holly is spiraling hard. Their conversation grows heated, with Holly insisting she just wants to help Tate. Ari, exhausted, finally tells her to give the boy space before she smothers him. But before the argument can escalate further, the universe decides to add another twist. Tate appears, and Holly finally learns the truth. Just as Ari and Holly stand facing each other in tense silence, Tate appears from the direction of the Brady pub. He's holding a folded paycheck and looks exhausted, older somehow, as though the morning has aged him by years. Holly instantly softens. "Tate, where have you been?" "I've been." But Tate cuts her off gently. He doesn't have time for another emotional interrogation. He explains that he stopped by the bar to pick up his paycheck because he needs the money for travel. His grandmother has just undergone surgery, and his sister has been checked into Bayview for treatment. Holly's mouth falls open. She didn't know. No one told her. Tate doesn't apologize for that. He then adds, quietly but firmly, that he is skipping school to visit Rachel. Holly tries to follow him, to ask more questions, to offer comfort, but Tate simply nods to Ari, turns his back, and walks away. Holly watches him leave, feeling like the air has been punched out of her. Ari looks at her with a mix of sympathy and frustration. And for the first time in a long time, Holly is speechless. A Titan crisis. Maggie versus Kate. Meanwhile, another storm is brewing at Maggie Kyriakis's home. Kate Roberts arrives unannounced, walking in with the air of a woman on a mission. Titan is struggling, and she believes there is no time to waste. Maggie, still adjusting to the weight of corporate leadership, listens as Kate launches into a brutally honest assessment. Titan's reputation is slipping. Stephanie Johnson's new book launch isn't performing well, and investors are growing impatient. Kate argues that Maggie's leadership style, too gentle, too forgiving, is the reason Titan is losing ground. "You need to be ruthless," Kate says bluntly. "Win back the disgruntled Demera board members. Show them Titan can still dominate." Maggie bristles. Though soft-spoken, she has a strong sense of dignity, and Kate's tone rubs her the wrong way. She reminds Kate that she runs Titan her own way, not according to Demera rules. But Kate, never easily dismissed, counters that Tony Demera, Maggie's longtime friend, may not approve of her hesitation once he returns home. She claims Tony appreciates bold strategy, not caution. That is the last straw. Maggie's eyes flash with irritation as she snaps at Kate, telling her to either support Titan or step aside. She refuses to be intimidated in her own home, especially by someone who has built a career on manipulation. The confrontation ends abruptly, the air thick with tension. Kate leaves with a warning look, and Maggie sinks into a chair, realizing she may be fighting battles on too many fronts at once. A day of secrets, shifts, and snap decisions. By the end of this turbulent Wednesday, Tate carries the crushing weight of family secrets. Holly faces a painful truth she was never prepared for. Ari recognizes trouble brewing between her friends and steps back before being dragged in. Brady tries desperately to protect his fractured family. Maggie and Kate clash over Titan's future, setting the stage for a corporate war. Every character walks away shaken, changed, or conflicted, and Salem stands on the brink of new drama that will erupt in the days to come.